Seduction, often misunderstood and misused, is an art form that involves creating a deep connection with another person based on mutual attraction and desire, whether being a spouse, a friend, or even a stranger. It goes beyond mere physical attraction and requires respect, consent, and authenticity. In this video, we will explore a few principles and techniques of seduction, focusing on building lasting connections with respect and authenticity. First and foremost, you need to establish a genuine connection with the person you are trying to seduce. Connections can vary from person to person. For example, if you are trying to seduce your loved one, you have a better chance than if you were trying to seduce a complete stranger. At the core of successful seduction lies the establishment of a genuine connection. This begins with getting to know the other person on a deeper level by engaging in meaningful conversations and actively listening to their thoughts and feelings. By showing genuine interest and empathy, we build a foundation of trust and understanding. In other words, listen more and talk less. Men tend to talk about themselves more than they need to. If you want to establish that connection, let it all be about her. Once you establish that connection, you need to know your boundaries. Boundaries are an important part of every relationship regardless of time. If you are already in a relationship, you have an idea what your boundaries are, but if you are trying to seduce someone you just met, you will need to do your homework. One thing is for sure, respect and consent are fundamental pillars of any seductive interaction. It is essential to respect the boundaries and autonomy of the other person. Consent should be sought at every step, ensuring that both individuals are comfortable and enthusiastic about progressing further. Without respect and consent, seduction becomes coercion or manipulation, which can damage relationships and trust, earning you the reputation of someone who is toxic. Now that you know your boundaries, it is highly important that you are yourself. Don't try to be someone you admire, or do what your friends do. What works for them will not necessarily work for you. Authenticity is a powerful tool in seduction. Being true to oneself and expressing genuine emotions and desires creates an environment of trust and vulnerability. Confidence, stemming from a strong sense of self-worth, is also crucial. It is important to strike a balance between self-assuredness and humility, as arrogance can repel rather than attract, especially someone who you just met. Comfortable with being yourself? Well, now comes the fun part, flirting. Flirting is a playful and subtle way to express attraction and create chemistry. Does not matter if you have been married 50 years or if you just met the person. Flirting involves using body language, compliments, and light-hearted banter to convey interest and spark intrigue. However, it is essential to read and respect the other person's responses and boundaries. You will need to test the waters to make sure that the other person is receiving the message that you are flirting, mostly because it may come across as unwanted advances. Effective communication, both verbal and nonverbal, allows for a deeper understanding of desires and intentions. If your flirtations are well received, your next step is to display romantic gestures and surprises. These can enhance the seductive process by creating a sense of excitement and anticipation. These gestures should be tailored to the individual's preferences and interests, demonstrating thoughtfulness and attentiveness. Romantic settings, heartfelt gestures, and small acts of kindness can contribute to building emotional intimacy. It is important to remember that seduction is not a hasty conquest. It is a gradual process that requires patience and proper timing. Rushing or pressuring the other person can lead to discomfort or resentment, including from those who have been together for a long time. It is important to allow the connection and chemistry to develop naturally, respecting the pace and desires of both individuals. The last thing you need to understand is that seduction, when approached with respect, consent, and authenticity, can be a beautiful and enriching experience that deepens connections between individuals. Building a genuine connection, prioritizing respect and consent, and expressing authenticity and self-confidence are the key elements of successful seduction. By embracing these principles, we can foster healthy relationships based on trust, communication, and mutual desire. Seduction, then, becomes an art form that celebrates human connection and intimacy, elevating it beyond superficial desires and into the realm of profound emotional and physical bonds. Now, let me ask you this: what do you think is the most important aspect of seduction when it comes to building a genuine connection with someone? Leave your comments below. That concludes our video. We hope you found this content insightful and empowering. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content. Thank you for joining us today, and may you rise above every challenge and achieve the victories you seek. Until next time, stay strong, stay strategic, and keep pursuing greatness.